So I'm just going to start with a slab. And again, these are just various handles that you might find helpful in your own work. I'm going to thin this slab down to maybe half of what my original thickness is, because I don't need this to be very thick, because it's going to be hollow, and I don't need this. If you've never made hollow handles before, start with this one. It's really a nice handle to, it's pleasant to make, and it's not too difficult. So basically all I'm doing is making a rectangle, and again, it can be wider if you like. It all depends on the pot you're going to put it on. It's just a rectangle, so you can make it whatever measure you like. Just make sure you have enough width so that you can make like a tube from it. So you want to make sure that you can wrap it around and overlap it a little bit. That's the only thing that you need to figure out, is what your width will be. I'm going to bevel this with a roller. I'm not cutting it because I don't want to thin it down anymore. So I'm beveling it and scoring it. I'm not adding slip just yet. I add the slip when I'm almost to the point of connection, because if I add the slip ahead of time, it just gets messy. So I just take this, and then you get your foam. You can texture this, by the way, if you like. Just make sure it's a very fine texture. And you lay it on your foam. And you can use a dowel. That's helpful. It's good to have a few different size dowels. A rolling pin, anything that you can push down on it and get it into the round. And I'm just going to push down with it and get it into the round. And then pull this around. And again, I don't need to cornstarch this because wood is porous. It absorbs. So I'm just making this. It's like pasta, which I have a lot of experience with. Pasta making is what got me into slabs, really. So it's like making a little manicotti. And now I will go and put the slip on and start to pull this around. And just find a place where you can connect. Doesn't matter whether it's in the middle or the end, wherever you can find a connecting point, you find that. And then I'll use a roller to just tighten that seam. And I'll actually flatten it a little bit with the roller, like that. So that you end up with something that has volume, but that's a little flatter. So you can take this handle and use it in a rounded position, like that. Either on the side of something, you can cut it to fit a cup. You can make it larger for an overhead handle, for instance on a teapot. The other thing that you can do is alter this by getting a stick. Could be a stick or a ruler. I use a ruler a lot. And I just go in and I just push into the foam. And then that gives you a very interesting shape to use, whether it's side of a casserole, side of a pot, side of a cup. Cut it shorter. Make it smaller, it can be a knob. Real variety in this handle. It's a favorite of mine for sure.